Hey people, welcome back. And today's session, we are going to learn about the two sample proportion test. So two sample proportion test we use to compare the proportion of the two data set. Suppose you have a data set, let's say you have the maintenance done by the gender, and you wanted to see the male who has not done the maintenance, or maybe the male who has done the maintenance, or the female who has done maintenance, or the female who did not do the maintenance. You wanted to compare maintenance of maybe machine or maybe number of transaction, and whatever you want to consider, you can take as per your industry specific. So how it will work, let me just copy paste this data first in the mini tab. So I have around 1000 sample of the past data, and I wanted to really compare that the proportion of both the data set are same or they are different. So what I'll do for this, I'll go to the stat, basic statistics, and here is the two proportion test. We'll click on this. You can select, let's say, here is the data for the sample. Maybe sample, I'll say maintenance, and maybe by gender, I wanted to figure it out. That's all. Click on OK. So now what result you see? There are total 518 female, and the event it has taken, I think, as a none. Event maintenance none we considered. You can see the first line here. And so there are total 518 females who did not do the maintenance is 334. And out of 482 males who did not do maintenance is 308. We wanted to see the proportion of that. So around 64% of the female who did not do the maintenance and around 63% of the females who did not do the maintenance. Is there any statistical difference between these two values? 0.64 or 0.63 are same or are they different? So my p-value for the normal approximation says it is 0.849, which is greater than 0.05, which means it's a null hypothesis. And we do not see any significant difference in that. This is the one way. If the similar way I choose this data, like as 518, 334, and 482, and 308 in a summarized data. So here, both samples have the summarized data. So what is the summarized data? If the sample one, if I take, number of events are 334 out of 518. This is the another way we can perform the two sample proportion test. And the second, the number of events are 308 out of 482. And if I click on OK, so I'll get the same result. The proportion is coming and you have the same p-value. So which means if the p-value is less than 0.05, the proportion what we are getting, they are significantly different from each other because it's a less than 0.05 p-value is a alternate hypothesis. Because here the p-value is greater than 0.05, it's a null hypothesis, which means the proportion of the sample 1, 334 out of 518, and sample 2, 308 out of 482 has no statistical difference. They are same. This is how we will be concluding it. Thank you so much, people, and I'll see you in the next session.